Hey, welcome back to this is the third ever Matt and Mark commentary. We are going to be reviewing to ring in the holiday season. We are going to be reviewing Jingle All the Way. Not reviewing it. We're going to be commentating it. We're going to be talking over the movie. And just in case you've never joined us for one of our commentaries before, let me quickly explain how this works. The movie plays and we talk over it. No, the way it works is Mark and I are going to talk a little bit, and then we're going to have a countdown. We're going to count back from 10. And once we hit 1, I will say press play. And then you will know that's when you're going to press play to officially start the movie. If you want to make sure you're up to the frame that we are literally like 1 second into the movie. So if you are playing a copy, streaming it, whatever, you should see the very beginning of the 20th Century Fox logo before the spotlight wipes up. You should actually see the spotlight beep at the bottom of your screen. But don't worry, I'll let you know when to press play. We're not pressing play just yet, but it will be very obvious.
It's also the theatrical version because there is a director's cut out there. So
Yes, I figured that
yeah,
most people would have access probably mostly to the theatrical. I think the director's cut is a little, if you're very savvy like Mark, you will find the director's cut, but this is the one that you're going to find on like Disney Plus, Hulu. If you have a Blu-ray, a DVD, this is most likely the version that you have. So there it is, Jingle All the Way. And like I said, we do have 2 other commentaries if you're interested. And the way that these function, you can watch along with the movie, or you could just play it as a standalone podcast. I've had people tell me they listen to these just with the episode. They don't even watch with the movie. It's actually kind of funny. So there you go. Our first 2, by the way, first 2 commentaries, let me give those shout outs. We did The Shadow and we did Willow. And you can find both of those on our feed, on both the RSS off feed as audio shows and on YouTube. You can watch along, like watch us watching the movie. I know people like those. Our Shadow one was really big on YouTube.
oh,
For
cool.
us, big for us. So let me say that you have not heard of it. It's not gone viral, but it's one of our big videos on our feed. So, really quick before we do the countdown, I just want to say something that I think everybody knows. Mark and I love this movie, right? I mean, Mark, this is like,
I'm excited to watch this again.
would you say that this is like your favorite Christmas movie ever made, or?
I think so. I mean, when people watch it, if they haven't seen it before, like every single frame in this movie is full of Christmas stuff. There's not one moment in this movie that doesn't have Christmas stuff. I would actually argue it's the most Christmassy Christmas movie ever made.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate, dude. Because you're right. Even if there's like, you're right. Like, it's not just Christmas decoration. Like, if there's a food, it's a Christmas food. If there's a vehicle, it's a Christmas vehicle. If someone's using a
If it's
weapon
a
in a
gang,
fight,
it's full of
yes,
Christmassy characters.
Christmassy characters in a game. If you're using a weapon in a fight, the weapons are fucking Christmas themed or they're Christmas objects. It's awesome. It's a Christmas explosion. We should also say this movie is directed by Brian Levant, who made another movie that we actually geek out about a lot, The Flintstones. He actually made it right before
Oh
this.
shit! Wow.
So he had a nice little
Damn.
run from 94 to 96. He did Flintstones, and then he came into Turbo Man.
Shortest run.
It's a
He had
short
a run
little,
of 2 movies.
2 good movies. No, he also made Problem Child 2 in the beginning of his career. I like that one. He made one of the Beethoven movies. Remember the movies of the Giant Saint Bernard?
Oh yeah, I love
And
those movies. Shit.
recently, he hasn't been up to much. He's just kind of been making like crappy TV movies. But in
Damn
his
it. Hopefully we
day,
can resurrect his career with this
yeah,
podcast.
he's amazing, dude. I love Brian Levant, and he has a very funny Instagram. He's like super into collecting retro toys, like from the 50s and 60s. So, and he has an amazing action figure collection. So if you ever wanted like to
This
look
guy
into
sounds
someone's
like
toy closet,
he'd hang out with us.
yeah, it's actually very cool. His account is like a nostalgia account. You can find Brian Levant on
Wow.
Instagram. All right, let's do this. I'm going to start the countdown. I'm going to count backwards from 10. And I'm going to go 10, 9, 8. Nobody likes you, Booster. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Ooh.
Sinbad's in this movie, by the way. 2, 1. Press play, everybody. So now you should be seeing the spotlights come over that beautiful 20th Century Fox logo. It's
God, I miss that
1996,
logo.
and we're gonna fucking go back in time, man. To a different time when Christmas movies were really fun.
Talk about a nostalgia factor. We even get the old school logo.
Yeah, that is nice, right? That you can't beat that fanfare. I
I
think
miss that
20th
logo.
Century Fox and New Line Cinema are like the two fanfares that I love the
Oh yeah.
most. If I see those, I get really amped for a movie.
It's the ones that you actually will leave on to play. It's like, okay,
Fuck
I'll
yes.
watch it.
Yes, 100%, dude. Here we go. Oh shit, dude.
Yeah. Dude, these costumes and so good.
This you know what's funny is Mark and I were trading pictures, I think maybe last week, because we love all the Turbo Man shit. And of course, this is this sequence where he's watching the Turbo Man movie or like a show. It's clearly Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but later, when in the parade, which is the scene behind me, people on YouTube, that whole thing was actually inspired by a real parade in the 80s that featured Castle Grayskull and Masters of the Universe, and it was like really fucking nuts. We'll talk about that more
I
when the
can't
parade
believe
part
that.
comes, but
Yeah.
yeah, pretty cool.
It's like an exact ripoff almost. Or inspired by.
I also love this guy's the design of a Dementor's helmet, how it has the clear casing for the brain and you can see the liquid sloshing around inside. It's just a great, like, dude, the costuming is fucking awesome. Like, I know it's a riff on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but like, they could have phoned it in, but look at how good all the costumes look.
By the way, if this was how they shot Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, it would be amazing. This looks great. This looks
Yeah,
better.
this looks,
It's
yeah,
like they took it to another level almost.
this looks
And
like,
the props are dope.
this looks like almost like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie when they spent like
Yeah.
$20 million to fucking plus it up. That's what this looks like. So here we go. And this is Anakin Skywalker, right? That's what
Yeah.
this kid is, Jake Lloyd.
By the way, after the Star Wars movies, did his career just
I think he's had I don't want to be mean. I think he's had some like mental problems or he's had issues and I think it all stemmed from being Anakin Skywalker. I think
Hey, look,
like
it's Joe Biden. Power and order.
um you know what? I'm not going to talk about Anakin Skywalker. Maybe I'll just get away from that. Thank you, Mark. Mark was trying to give me an out to get away from that. I'm going to take that. We should also should say Rita Wilson. Rita Wilson, Tom Hanks's wife, plays the love interest in this movie. Um, this is also
And
one of my
Sinbad
favorite.
is fucking awesome.
Dude, I want to say something about
Phil
Sinbad that
Hartman also.
I think about whenever I watch this movie is it's kind of awesome. So like in Arnold's action movies, it seems like a very obvious thing from a casting perspective. Like, hey, we need to match him up with a guy that has the same physical prowess. But like when you're making a family comedy, I think the instinct would be, oh, let's cast the polar opposite to play against him as
Danny
a foil.
DeVito.
Right. But I actually think it's really cool that they managed to find like a super silly comedian who is taller than Arnold, is a big guy, and could physically match up with him. That's actually like I wouldn't think of Sinbad that way, but when you see him in the movie, Sinbad is giant. He's fucking
Yeah,
huge.
but you know, I think it works well because if you look, they're just constantly competing with each other. So if Arnold has someone of a similar size, it just makes it
Yes.
more believable. By the way,
Yeah.
I love this scene where he
Yeah.
says the same lines
You're
to
my
his
number one
wife.
customer. Okay, Liz, you're my number one customer.
I'm gonna say I've said this a few times. I think I prefer Arnold in his comedic roles. He's just has
Yes.
more range. He's genuinely funny too.
Yes, he's so likable. You root for him. He's the fucking comic. The comedic timing of like a line delivery and the way that his face moves is so good. Like, I love this bit too. This is a great physical bit where the assistant has to throw the scarf on him. She just makes it.
Like she just chucks it.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, these are just like throwaway scenes, right? You don't
Yeah.
really go back to his office much, but look at how packed they are with people and props
Yeah.
and just stuff scattered
They
around.
staged a fucking full Christmas Eve party with like a
Yeah.
fucking. There's a croquembouche. There's a tower of donut holes at the party. Somebody had to make that.
By the way, this movie will make you super hungry because every
Yes.
food stuff is just packed. There's like 5 pies in one of the houses
There's
with
always
only
cookies.
like
We're about
three
to see.
people in it.
We're about to see pies and cookies now because all these ladies are hitting on Phil Hartman, giving him pies and shit. So he'll come over and fix the screen door.
Look at how big that plate of cookies is, though. It's not just like 4 shitty ones. It's like a whole big ass plate of cookies.
Yeah, dude. And this lady offers him a pie. Dude, Phil Hartman is so good in this, dude. Rest in peace, Phil Hartman. Fucking tragic that we lost this guy.
Yeah, I know. Sad. He's
Uh,
great in this. This is one of his best movies,
yeah,
I
I would
think.
say this and Small Soldiers are like the two like Phil Hartman movies. Like
Oh
you want
my
to watch
God,
Phil
Small
just be
Soldiers.
crazy. Yeah, he's great. All right, I also like this bit too, and I always get confused because like when Arnold first encounters the cop, I always think the cop is the same actor who plays the president in the Turbo Man movie, but it's not. It's a
Oh
different
no, it
guy.
isn't. It's a very different.
It's a
I
very
think
different guy.
he's more squat.
Yeah.
He takes this cop through the ringer, though. Holy shit.
That's good. I love that gag. I love that it's a running gag. Like every time he runs into this guy,
And it
the
gets
cop
better
has it
and
worse.
better, too.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, look at this scene. It's just packed with stuff.
Yeah, packed with people.
Even the dojo has a Christmas tree. That's what I was saying. Like everything's got something Christmassy in it, except for this shot. God
Dude,
damn it.
I don't even want to rag on Black Friday again, but like coming up, when you see how packed that mall is, and that's how a stampede of shoppers should look, and Black Friday has like two shoppers, you could really see how weak that movie was.
Well, you know what's
Um,
crazy in that scene too? It's not just that floor of the toy store. It's like every level of this mall
yes.
is full of people.
Not even the malls, dude. When he goes to the separate, every toy store he goes to is loaded with
It's
people. They go to
crowded.
like six different toy stores.
I have a question for you. Can you say the alphabet backwards?
Oh shit. I can try. Let's try. I'm
Do
not
it.
going to
Let's see.
cheat. ZYXWVUT SRQPONMLKJIHGFEDCBA.
I have no clue. I can't do it.
I think I
Like you
did it.
could. It sounds about right.
It
It
sounds
had
right.
letters
You
in
think I
it.
missed a letter? Did I miss a letter,
No, I
anybody?
think I don't know.
I think I
I
did
should have
it.
counted, but
And let the record show I've been drinking. Ha ha! And I can
shit,
still
man.
do it.
If I get a DUI, it's totally not my fault. I just can't say that fucking thing backwards.
Just memorize it. Then you could just
Oh,
spill it
Richard
out.
Vane, Dick Vane. Yes, my favorite producer.
I have never noticed that before. Dude, okay. Like you said, even this set, it's a throwaway set. It's in for one scene. It's a gymnasium. It's fucking humongous.
Yeah, I mean,
Chris
even the
Columbus.
town. Look, every house is decorated.
There we go,
That's
Brian Levant, baby.
fantastic.
Of course, Arnold is one of those guys that would drive a GMC, like a giant Suburban.
Yeah.
It's fucking huge. That's what I love, though. It's like, okay, we can't put him in a tiny car or a van. He's got to be in like a manly Arnold car, but it's got to be suburban enough that you
Arnold.
buy, you know.
It's like a tank he comes
Yeah.
rolling in with.
I also like
Yeah.
that. Speaking of tanks, I like that Phil Hartman's nickname for him is Howitzer because his name is Howard.
Yeah.
Hey, Howitzer. It's so smart. Like when you're a kid, you don't know tanks, so you're like, you just think he's fucking with his name. But then you realize as you're older, you're like, oh, he's fucking with him because of his size. Yeah. Don't worry,
He
I got it
shows up
all on
to
video.
everything he doesn't.
What would I do without you?
By the way, that's such a perfect setup for the relationship between all the characters, and it's so simple.
Yeah, it's great. The rivalry of the fucking do-gooder neighbor. Um, I also love this bit too when I love the progression of like the kid doesn't want to fucking talk to him because the kid is mad. Then all the stuff that Arnold tries to do, he tries to act silly to try to get the kid back on his side, like he's doing the fake kung fu moves and shit.
And he's not buying it at all.
He's not buying it. The kid is like rolling his eyes, and then he lights up when he talks about Turbo Man, and then he's got him. Like it's just a really nice, like it's a nice bit of performance. Like this kid is
It
good.
feels very believable,
Yeah.
actually.
I
Like
want to say
everything in
like
this is super believable.
look, I think George Lucas did hang this kid out to dry a little bit because I'm going to tell you, I think it's all down to the way he's directed. Because in this movie, he seems supernatural. I don't know. He
Yeah.
seems real to me. He
Yeah.
doesn't seem like stilted. You know what I mean?
There isn't a performance in this movie where I'm like, oh, that was kind of like unbelievable. I don't believe the interactions they're having. Everything feels like even Arnold, you can tell he's nervous too. He's like so
Yes.
fucking good.
Well, he's reading the kid. He's sensing the kid's vibe, so he's like he knows. And when he knows he's bombing, that face, that acknowledgement. Also, Mark, tell me you wouldn't fucking kill for this room when you were a kid. with all the
Oh, I
fucking
thought you were gonna
comic
say
book
when you
shit.
killed Arnold as your
I
father.
would kill Deb Arnold as my dad. My dad sucks.
I would kill my dad to have Arnold as my dad.
Mark, tell me you wouldn't want this room in the 90s. Fuck, I'd want this room now
Yeah,
with
I
all the
know. It's
comic book
better than
shit.
my piece of shit.
Yeah. Look at this. He's got a whole Captain America mural on his wall.
Back when they were allowed to license stuff.
That's right. That's right. When you could
But
share
look at that.
licenses.
Back when people weren't greedy. But don't you find that his performance is as like you actually believe that he's trying to make amends?
Yes. But that's the magic of Arnold. Like I don't have a better word for it other than likability. Like
Oh
he's
yeah.
so likable that you feel for him when he's winning and you feel for him when he's losing. So when he knows that he's a fucked up, you can sense his sadness and you know that you want him to do right by the kid. You know that he's kind of a fuck up, but you know he's going to like do something about it. It's a really good performance. I think this might be I think between this and Terminator, I'm not even kidding, Terminator 2, I think Terminator 2 and Jingle All the Way are my two favorite Arnold performances ever. They
I
seem to be
agree with that.
the most
That's
real. Yeah, there's something about them I love. I
not
love
collateral
all his
damage.
movies. I give you a fucking
I'll give
collateral
you
damage.
collateral damage.
I give you fucking collateral damage. Here we go. See, it's already turned around, and now they're both excited because the kid gets to talk about Turbo Man, and he goes into his whole shtick where he recites the toy commercial by heart. I love that bit too, and he's got Jake Lloyd is good. That bit where he's like,
He is
batteries
good,
not
yeah.
included, like where he does the bit at the end. This is really good. This is good kid acting.
I
Oh yeah.
also love
So
the
wait,
karate moves too.
Wait, I love that Jake Lloyd says he's telling him he's got the 5 voice features. He's got the rollicking, rolling jetpack, and then Arnold later goes, he's got that rock'em sock'em jetpack. Like he fucks up the description of what the jet does. Oh, it's got the jet
That's
rock'em
perfect
sock'em.
though. It feels like that's what a dad would do.
Well, not only that too, right? It's exactly, and it's also from it's from his era, the rock'em sock'em robot. So like that's what he knows. So he assumes that's what it is. It also
Damn,
shows
we're
you he
old.
has no fucking idea what it is. He did not buy it, so he's not. To him, that makes sense. Okay. I want to talk about Brian Levant's direction in this scene, dude, because there's some amazing in-camera trickery that happens. This right here, where the camera goes right over Rita Wilson to him, where it
Oh
goes
yeah.
the doll, that little punctuation, and he does a version of it again when they climb into bed and he realizes he's fucked because he didn't pick up the toy. There's like an in-camera lighting change where the lights go off and then the camera highlights him. It's like super theatrical and his eyes kind of
Yeah.
go but wide.
Anytime it pushes into Arnold, you know he fucked
He
something
fucked
up.
up, yes. It's such an easy shorthand, like a visual shorthand, right? With the
Yeah.
Rock'em Sock'em jetpack. Yeah, that's what you just did it.
I love that he does the By the way, it's kind of cool because you see his son's excitement in him, like they're the same
Yes!
person almost.
100%, dude. Yes. You get that they're related. Wait, this is the move. I love this. And with the lighting change, it's so slick. It's like, oh, okay, because at this point they'd be impossible to find. Boom, lights go out. Look at that shit. It looks so good.
I love that. That's all. You know what's funny? They did that in Detour too. That noir movie.
Oh,
back in the
yeah.
day. Remember?
Big into in-camera lighting changes lately. That's when you knew it was the
I love
90s,
it.
dude. When it was like you had a fucking tie-in serial for everything. Didn't matter how popular your show was, there was a tie-in serial. We need more
Oh
of that
yeah.
now, dude.
Well, even like you were talking about like what Toxic Avenger back then. Even the adult
Yes.
stuff like Terminator, RoboCop, they all
Yeah.
had toys and shit.
And snack foods. RoboCop probably had like a cosmic brownie or some shit.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he's like shooting melted face people and running them over with cars and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like that's definitely not
Yeah.
a kid's show.
Great. It's fucking great.
Isn't that crazy about that era? RoboCop was like a rated X movie, and it had a toy line.
It had a toy line and a cartoon series. Dude, Total Recall has a lady with 3 titties and people get shot in the face, and that had a fucking video game for Nintendo in its day.
Holy shit!
Here
Oh
we go.
yes,
The reindeer. Did you, Mark, you're more of a Conan fan than I am. As a Conan
dude,
fan,
I
were you
know
reminded
exactly what you're going to talk about.
yes,
when
with the reindeer
Oh.
where he punches the fucking horse in Conan? Were you reminded of that right away?
I
I
was
think
like,
about
that
that
is
all the
such
time.
a great call out to his movies too. Like
Yes.
throwing a joke about his movies where he punches that camel in the face. Mm.
Yeah. Forget. Yeah, yeah, that's good. Look at dude, I love it because that's the other thing. You know they're gonna fight. You know they're gonna fight. You can't put here's how it goes in the rule of Arnold movies. There can't be a big guy in the movie because you know they're gonna fight. If there's a big animal in the movie, Arnold will also fight it. Like, you know what I mean? We've been trained as an audience. He's gonna fight that fucking reindeer.
You know, what'd be funny at the end of all his Arnold, or the Arnold movies with animals. There's no like animals were not harmed in the making. That's just
You,
completely
Humane
left out.
Association was
Yes,
uninvited from
there's
set.
no logo.
It's nestled safely under our tree. Oh, I like this bit when he's like, "You should put chains around your tires." He's like,
Oh
"I want to
yeah.
put chains around you." What's that? Okay.
But I mean, that's such a great parallel to when he leaves to when the car comes back.
Yeah, that's so good. Look at this,
Wow,
dude.
look at this shit.
Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Real crowds. We're not even in the fucking store yet.
Real
Look at how
trees being carried around.
look at how populated this feels. This feels packed. It feels like Christmas pandemonium, man. That Black Friday guy should be fucking embarrassed.
I know. It's like you have all this stuff to reference and you couldn't do that.
Yeah, I like this.
Oh man, people had watches.
He's trying to play man of the people. Like, come on, because of 2 minutes,
They
and
shove
the
him to
crowd's
the
like,
back.
"Fuck you, get out of here."
Oh yeah, here he is, Sinbad.
There we go,
I fucking
Sinbad.
love him.
He's great. This was in Sinbad's day too. Sinbad
You
had
know
like
what's great?
first
I love
kid.
that they totally. Oh really?
Dude, he had like 3 giant movies. Sinbad was a movie star at this time.
Wait, what else did he have around here?
First Kid
Around
was
this?
was a hit movie where he was like a he was a Secret Service guy who protected the president's son, and he and the son had like a friendship. Then there was like another Sinbad movie, like not House Guest. It was like another silly movie where Sinbad goes to stay with a family. He's not who he says he is. You know what I'm talking about? He was a viable box office draw in the 90s, man. In this time.
Well, I mean, I think he's super charismatic and really funny, and I love that he plays up the crazy post office guy.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Like he doesn't start off like he's already the crazy postal worker, which is fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, he's already got the conspiracy theories and shit. Yeah.
I also love how handsy he is too. He's always like grabbing his
And you can
shoulder.
tell he's accidentally spitting on Arnold because Arnold keeps wiping his face. See?
So excited.
See? He's like, oh yeah. See, he wiped his face. Oh, look at this. Okay.
When he grabs his lady and just grabs her
Yeah.
by the neck. Holy shit.
Dude,
Okay,
whoever cast the extras in this movie, good fucking job.
that's the intro that Black Friday needed. A person being
100%.
trampled.
Yes.
Look
Fucking
at the footprint on his face.
on his face. Look at
What
this,
an
dude.
amazing detail.
Shelves being knocked over, people fist fighting, choking each other. This is how you do it, man.
Also, look at how packed the shelves are.
Yes. They're all gone. I love that. The Turbo Man, they're all gone. I also love that too. These two are.
Oh.
This lady's great. This fucking
This
featured
scene is
extra lady.
amazing.
Yeah, with their fucking red bowler
These
hat.
two guys.
These two guys are great, but the red bowler hat lady, which is like, these two are looking for a Turbo Man. It's like
By the
an
way, the one
amazing
thing
delivery.
I love about this movie, though, is it's like, yes, the sets and all the designs and the acting are real, but it has all these caricaturish moments that are just
Yes.
completely over the top.
Yes, and you have like great looking, weird looking people. Like the red bowler hat lady looks weird. It's perfect.
She looks like the Total Recall lady almost.
Oh, like 2 weeks. Yes. And by the way, this guy, we should say one of the toy store employees is Chris Parnell from SNL. And he's been in a couple other movies. He's done a lot of voices. He's the voice of Jerry in Rick and Morty.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, yeah. He's also a voice in
I
Archer,
was
the
wondering
spy
who
series
the
Archer.
fuck he was. He looks so familiar.
Yeah, man, that's Chris Parnell. I have no fucking clue who the other guy is. And the other toy store guy that we'll meet in the mall later is also another character actor. He's the guy who's like, the law of supply and demand. That guy.
Yeah.
I forget. He's like another big character actor. I think he does like a lot of Law and Orders and shit. Look at that. Boom. That's what I'm talking about, man. Already the physicality, the fighting. You sense that they're both physically matched.
And I also like that they don't mind almost killing each other too. Like
Yes.
they're not even doing rough play. It's like
They want to harm each other.
attempted murder.
Totally. Yes, dude. Yeah. Oh, poor baby.
Yes, another great classic line from this movie.
So many good lines. Oh, I love this. When he chases the lady down in the street who's got the layaway, and you see the Turbo Man doll in her car, and she sees Arnold in her rear view and she gets scared.
But the funny thing is, like, they're willing to do that. They're like chasing down strangers to get this doll.
Wait, dude. Look at that expression. It's great. Her reaction. Because, dude, the Terminator is literally chasing you down the street. Run.
By the way, did you like that it's the exact same camera angle and he slows at the end just like the T-1000?
Yes. It's
Very
fucking
cool.
great. And look at this. Like we were saying, oh my God, this is the 90s.
Dude, I want to buy all
Nostalgia,
those
dude.
The Spawn toy.
The Spawn toys get me. The Ghost Rider toys, seeing the fucking figure of the bike. Oh, come on. Tell me you don't want to buy all these toys.
By the way, it also captures that last minute, oh shit, I forgot a gift feeling where you just have to scramble.
Yes. Now, I wasn't old enough to remember this. I only know about it. But, like, this movie apparently is also a satirization of the situation that happened with the Cabbage Patch doll, where it was like, it was sold out, and people were fighting and seriously beating the
That
shit out of each
transition was
other
dope, by the way.
for Cabbage Patch dolls. Yeah, this whole sequence is
Really?
fucking awesome. Yeah, man. Even before Tickle Me Elmo, you know those like giant toys? Like Tickle Me Elmo was like that's the toy that everybody remembers that like took over and people were killing each other over it. Yeah. Like, it's a fucking
It's like,
dude, but kudos to art department. They've made every Turbo Man tie-in product imaginable. Standees, cereals, every action figure box,
even
poster,
like the window
signage.
paintings too.
Yes! They didn't fucking slack, man. Oh, here we go. Howard. This is the scene, right? Come on. This is the scene.
The cookies.
This is the scene
Where
that
he's like,
everybody
you
knows.
should go get ready. I'll finish up the cookies.
I also love, too, that he has it memorized, where he's like, I know, sugar cookies, 325, don't overbake, 10 minute. Like, he's got it all memorized.
He's like too perfect to be good, you know?
Yeah. This is actually a screen grab. I took a screen grab from this scene for our Instagram announcement of this because it looked like Phil Hartman was ejaculating. It really did. Right here.
Oh, here it
That's
comes.
what I used right there.
No pun intended. Oh!
Sugar cookies bake 12 to 15 minutes till golden brown. I love that. But then I love this, the break where he burns himself and the kids are playing. He goes, pipe down in there.
I love it, yeah. It's like you can see the cracks in his personality.
Yeah,
I love it.
it's so good. Pipe down in there. It's also such a 1940s dad thing to say. Here we go. This is the scene. Even if you've only seen this movie once, I would argue if you've never seen this movie, everybody
You
knows
must
this
have
scene.
heard this line, yeah.
You've seen it in memes. It's been gifted everywhere. At the fucking put that cookie down now. Who told you can eat my cookies? His antagonization though is so good. His like, oh, I gotta get the recipe from Liz.
Just like throwing it in his face.
Yeah.
Do you see that though? There's like 3 rolling pins.
Yeah, dude, they're rich. They're rich, man. Well, he runs like a mattress. He runs like a mattress firm or some shit. It's like a fucking sleep. What
He's
do
a
they call it?
franchisee.
He is a franchisee. Put that cookie down now.
Another bit of nostalgia, payphones. You don't see that shit anymore.
That's right. Yeah, dude, these people are loaded. That's a fucking. That's like a Nancy Meyer's kitchen. That's like a kitchen you'd see in The Holiday, or It's Complicated. One of those Meryl Streep movies has a kid. The families have kitchens like that. Rich whiteys.
And money for food.
And money for food. They can actually make the Christmas cookie. Now, this movie I think is supposed to take place in Minnesota, but this is the one
Yeah.
scene that I'm like, this looks like New Mexico or some shit. Like the way that the little shops are all colored, bright colors. I'm not
Did
saying
they shoot
Minnesota's
it
a
there?
drab
Because you
place, but you know what I'm talking about? Doesn't it feel southwestern a little bit?
it does, yeah.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like I've never
Just
been
right
to
here.
Minnesota, but
I've been to Minnesota. They have a lovely airport, by the way, the St. Paul, Minneapolis airport. If you go, they have dogs. They have therapy dogs that walk the terminals, and you can pet the
what?
dogs. It's to help the passengers chill the fuck out. They're the only airline or the only airport in America that does that.
Really? Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
I've flown
Minnesota
through
sounds
Minnesota a
dope.
couple times, and my wife loves dogs, and she just went around and pet every fucking. We found every dog in the terminal,
Wow.
and we pet them all.
That's so cool. It's like a side quest you can do on your way.
Yeah, dude, I got that achievement. Pet every fucking therapy dog in the St. Paul,
The
Minneapolis. I got that achievement. That little badge unlocked for
little
me.
badge.
Yep. There we go. Yes. That's such a good gag too, where he, even though he doesn't need to, he
The
still carries the
parallels
mailbag
between
everywhere.
yeah.
So the mailbag is
He
what's
never
stopping him.
ditches it.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Here we
here's our
go.
introduction
Yep. Return
to
of the cop.
his ongoing feud with this police officer.
I love it.
There's going to be a callback to that coffee.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I do like he doesn't even bother to try.
Yeah.
He just lets it.
He
so
just
he knocks
drops
it
it.
over twice.
You broke my little mirror. Look at that. I love this too. Is there a problem, officer? I want to say that was, if memory serves, that's what they ended the trailer on. Was Sinbad passing by and
Oh.
going, "Is there a problem, officer?" and laughing as he drove away.
By the way, did you see this in the theater?
I saw it in the theater. Yeah, my dad took me to. This is one of those movies I made my dad take me, and he hated it because he didn't
This
like.
guy's showing me up as a father.
Yeah, he didn't like comedies. He was just a humorless guy. Here we go. Here's the guy. There's a law of
Oh, by the
supply
way,
and demand.
I love that it's the toy thing too. It's not a loudspeaker. It's that. It's one of the
Yeah,
toys.
he's talking. That's clever, though, right? How good is
I
that?
love that.
This guy is like a Law and Order guy. I think he does. Like, if you go to SVU, you know, he's definitely touched someone
He's the guy that
inappropriately.
discovers the semen. It's like there's
Yeah.
semen everywhere.
Or he's the Wall Street guy who like killed his son, and they, you know,
Yeah.
the whole episode, you're like, it's him, it's him. I love
It's like,
that.
you have
I
the
love that.
face of
The
a
booster
criminal.
hate. We have plenty of booster. And everybody goes, we don't want it. We don't care. They fucking hate booster. Here we go. And I love this shot. This is such a good fucking shot.
Look at all those people. Holy
The
shit.
slow-mo when the balls go in the air and they
Yeah.
all jump. I always notice this extra closes her eyes. You saw her next to Arnold?
Yeah.
Her eyes shut before she jumps. I always notice that.
I like that they miss all of
Everybody misses.
those and the stuntmen diving
Dude,
across.
To
Holy
this
shit.
day, because of this movie, this is one of my quotes, is when he sees the guy when he sees Sinbad take two balls, and he goes, he got two! He got two! Anytime anybody gets more than one, like if you get an extra cookie more than me, I go, he got two! He got two! And if you see me in real life and you hear me do that and you know it's from Jingle All the Way, you're a cool person. And then I know we can be friends.
By the way,
He
you know what
got
I just
two!
noticed? Doesn't this feel like all the adult characters are actually children? Like they're biting each other and
Oh,
stepping
shit.
over
Yeah,
each other?
that's actually-
like they don't act like adults at all.
That's a really good point, dude. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's my ball,
Oh, this
Rodney
is
King. Rodney King. And
Wasn't
this
that
shit.
Johnny Cochran joke in this movie too?
Oh yeah, I think so. At the radio station, he's like, "Call Johnny
Yeah.
Cochran." Dude, I also love this. Like, this reminds me very much of like a like those old, like, remember when Barry Sonnenfeld used to shoot the Coen Brothers movies like Hudsucker Proxy, where you'd be like following an object down a long hallway?
Yeah.
That's what this ball sequence reminds me of, where you're following
And
the
it's like
bouncing
super
ball.
kinetic too.
Yes. You had lots of low shots, lots of that smooth
I
glide.
love you.
I love it. Boom.
Oh, this annoying kid. I fucking
Yep.
hate this kid so much with the dumb
How
haircut.
about the shiny red ball? Doesn't he try to like, like
And he just comes
trade?
across as a pedophile, and those
Yep.
ladies just beat the shit out of him with bags.
No,
That's a
no.
ballsy move, though, like going through like the kids' play center.
Yes. Also, I wonder, I mean,
Risky.
this is where the real Jingle All the Way commentary would come in handy. They had to probably have built, they had to build a bigger version of this for him to get through, right? There's no way they just took the one as is and were like, Arnold. Because, like,
Well, I think back in the day they weren't into cost cutting as much, so everything was
was
larger.
made. Yeah.
If this was built today, they'd be like, well, if we make it for only 5 years old and that's it, we can save $20 on plastic.
Right. There's no way that Arnold would be able to fucking squeeze by a
Yeah, with
kid.
another kid in there, no
Yeah, no
way. Or
way.
even go down a slide.
Anytime I see these ball pits, dude, all I can think of is flu. All these kids have the
Yeah, I
flu.
know. It's
They're
just
all
like
passing
filthy,
germs.
coughed on,
Oh, God. The boogers on all those balls.
filthy children just like rubbing all over
Fucking
this
little germ
disgusting.
sacks.
That would be great if at the
Ah!
end, oh, that thing's bouncing all over the place and the kid just shoves it in your mouth.
I need that ball. I need that toy. I love it. Everybody beat the shit out of Arnold. Look, they're beating him with wrapping
With
paper.
Christmas stuff, it's great.
It's fucking awesome. You know that Brian Levant is like, yeah, we could beat him with regular things, but beat him with Christmas things. It's a Christmas movie. He needs to be beaten with Christmas.
Do you like the way that Arnold says pervert?
Yeah.
Pervert.
I'm not the pure vieux. You gotta add some extra Y's in there. Pure vieux. Forget it. I'm not gonna sit on your lap. All right, let me ask you a real ass question. What do you think of Jim Belushi in this movie? Some people
I will
do
be
not
honest,
like him.
I am not a fan of Jim Belushi at all. I kind of find
I
him
agree.
annoying. But in
Agree.
this movie, he's perfect as this skeezy Santa. I don't know. I thought he was good. He's
I
not in it for, wait, he was not even in it for that long for people to be
no.
like, it's terrible for the movie.
I know that there are some people who complain about Jim Belushi being in the movie, and I'm with you. I'm not a Jim Belushi fan, could give a fuck less, but he's great in this. He's actually also great in the Ghost Rider, the Roman Polanski movie, but he's great
Oh,
in this
that's
too.
right.
He's like, and I love, you know me, I love Seinfeld. I love Mickey, the fucking little guy, the little actor with him is
Oh, that guy's awesome.
classic.
He's
Mickey's
fantastic.
awesome. Yeah, I think he's funny, but I mean, the real star is going to come later in the warehouse with the big show, or as I know him, the big no, when he fucking turned me down for a picture. That son of a bitch. Don't think I forgot about that. Big show. Big show. More like big
Also,
no.
but I love that we're always watching movies where that guy pops up.
And I have to relive the fucking experience where he denied
It's a
me a
relive your
photo.
trauma.
And we get
Those are
another
those
famous
moments.
we get another famous Santa in the warehouse, Mini Me, Vern Troyer.
Oh, that's damn. This movie has a pretty good cast.
Packed, dude. This fucking warehouse of like con men Santas is loaded. Big Show, Mini Me, and I think there's one other random face that I recognize too.
Oh, really? You're better at that than I
I
am,
think
by the
so.
way. So
It's not Kung Fu Santa with the nunchucks, with the candy cane nunchucks. That's just like a random guy.
this movie is fantastic. Did it bomb?
It didn't do well. It's not that it bombed. It just, I think they expected, oh, Christmas, Arnold, this will be a humongous movie, and it just kind of it did middling. But I would
Man,
argue it has endured. We're almost 30 years. This movie's 28 years old. And
holy
it has
shit!
endured. Like every Christmas, man. People watch this. There it is, Mini
I
Me.
feel
There he
as though
is.
it gets bigger and bigger.
Agreed.
Yeah, but
That,
look at all these Christmas characters. It's insane.
yeah, man.
Like they
See,
filled a warehouse with
I love how
Santas.
populated they are. Oh, you know what
I
I'm
like that
thinking
it's
of?
just like bootleg toys.
It's not one of the other Santas. The other guy I'm thinking of is one of the cops that shows up. He's like a guy that you know. You'll see
I'm trying to
when they
remember
bust
which
him.
guy.
I like this. There's something here that's not quite kosher. Dude, I also love that this movie's like, fuck it. Let's have a Santa fight scene. Like
And not
that's
just with one Santa, it's just like a
no.
variety of different types of Santa.
It's a fucking prison fight with like 80
Yeah,
fucking Santas
exactly.
in Christmas jail. It's awesome.
Yeah, this is like that yard scene where the guy gets shivved and everyone just
Totally.
jumps on it.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, like Jim Belushi is fine in this. I don't get the hate. He's fine.
He plays that skeezy Santa so well.
Yeah. I love this too. The reveal that the fucking Turbo Man doll that they're gonna sell him is not only is it fucking it's the wrong version, it's the Spanish language version.
Yeah,
It's also broken. Like they clearly dropped it a
it
bunch of
just falls
times.
apart.
It falls apart. It's fun and educational. Like that's good. He's good in this. I'm not saying he's a
Yeah, I
genius.
don't see the hate. I think he plays that character really well.
Yeah, I agree. I do like that they don't pretend that he could fight Arnold though. Like he gets knocked out right away.
Oh
He's like
yeah.
the starting bell for the real fight once he gets
Yeah.
thrown back.
I when I first saw this movie, I thought he was going to kick some ass because he's around Arnold's size, and they do
Yeah.
those imposing shots of him leaning over him, and he gets his ass handed to him.
Here we go. Dude, this is exactly how it happens too. Like I was talking to my boss and then Big Show just popped up out of nowhere. And I was like, "Oh my god, it's Big Show. Do you think he'd get a picture?" My boss was like, "Ask him. We're right here." And I was like, "Big Show, can I get a picture?" And he took one look at me and he was like, "Nah, man, I gotta go." And my boss
Oh
said,
man, that is
"Big Show? More like Big No." And I was
that.
humiliated, bro. This fucking
Were there
guy.
other people around, by the way? It was your
Everybody
boss.
saw. Everybody saw me get denied
Oh
my Big Show
man,
picture. You son of a bitch.
that's the scenario that happens where you're in your car and you just remember it going to like fucking Trader
Oh,
Joe's. You're like,
oh,
God, I'm an
dude.
idiot.
I've
Why did
laid
I listen
awake
to
at
my
night
boss?
thinking about that. Like, I'm serious, man. I'll be in a hot tub just thinking about my life, and that Big Show moment will replay in my mind.
Dude, you know
Here
what's
he
gonna happen?
is.
You're gonna win like an Oscar for like writing or something, and then at the podium the music stops so you give your speech, and you're gonna remember that, and you're gonna fucking forget everything.
Oh man, there he is.
Yeah,
Kick his ass, Arnold.
yeah, beat the shit out of him.
Fuck you, you no picture taking son of a bitch.
Well, at least he goes to jail in this movie, man.
That's true. Oh,
He's
dude,
a
I love this.
huge.
This hit.
Oh,
Oh,
this
that mini
part
me
when he
takes.
punches him off,
Boom.
he like goes flying. Watch, that's actually him, I think,
That's.
right?
I think it is. I think it's him on a wire. That's mini me on a cable. Dude,
That's so amazing. I
this
love
is
that
great.
shit.
I love it. Mickey comes in with the fucking stun gun right up his ass. Mickey
He
doesn't
goes
fuck
like
around.
this, too.
Right up there,
It's
man.
not even straight. It's like
I love it. He literally says dog pile, and they all jump on him. That's prison shit.
this is how insane this movie is. Not only do they have like fucking Santas there, they have like a full SWAT team raids this place.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
The way Arnold gets out of this, by the way, is fucking genius.
It's genius.
Like, I wish I had the mental ability to think of something that quickly.
It's so good. This guy. You've seen this guy before.
He was probably in like NYPD Blue.
I think he was like just one of those fat adults that was in like 90s kid comedies. You're like, oh, we need a guy that plays the coach. And you're like, oh, it's that guy. We need a guy who plays another fat guy. Oh, it's this guy.
He actually looks like my angry uncle that coached basketball and baseball.
Really? See?
Yeah.
Looks like a coach.
He looks like a coach, and they're always like angry. They're never happy.
I'm not going back to the joint. I love that.
JC, was there an old lady there that
Yeah.
worked there?
Yeah,
too?
they were arresting Mrs. Claus.
What an amazing detail! I totally missed that.
That's so good.
Holy shit!
That's so good. Come on. No, come on. Come on.
Oh, and on a fucking bridge too.
The worst. And it's a snowy bridge because it's goddamn Minnesota.
This is such a sad song when they play it with him pushing his
Yeah,
car and
that
going
is
to that
sad.
diner.
This, okay, Mark,
Yippies.
I'm gonna say I think this is my favorite moment of this entire movie, and this movie is loaded with great moments. My favorite moment is happening right now it's going to happen in the dining car. It's when it's genius. It's the funniest shit. It makes me laugh every time, Mark. It's the cutaway where he imagines his son dressed as the mailman and he's drinking. He's like, "Here's to you, Dad." That shit makes me laugh every fucking time I've seen it. It is genius. It is visual comedy genius. Brian Levant will always get a free pass for me because of that moment.
Well, he should for this whole movie because
For
it's
this whole film,
fucking
it's amazing.
genius.
Amazing. If we can give a free pass to Zemeckis for his Back to the Future movies and then every atrocity he's made since, we need to do the same for Brian Levant. I'm saying it. I'm saying it.
Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, they got to fight on the phone. See, this is again. I think this kid is great. I think Jake Lloyd is great.
I agree with you.
I also like again. I like all the Turbo Man quotes we get, like "Always keep your promises if you want to keep your friends." I've had it up to here with this Turbo Man. That's a
I
fucking
think
nice ass
it
payphone
represents
too.
like both sides pretty well. Yeah, this is a
Yes.
shiny. I've never seen a payphone that
You ever
clean.
seen a fucking wooden payphone? This
Mine
is
always
some
has like
nice
a
shit.
condom in the coin slot.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
There should be like somebody wrote their name and shit on the wall. Like, why is it so clean?
isn't that
Yeah.
in a diner too?
Yeah, that's at the dining
No
car.
one drew a penis in there. Oh, there's some numbers in there.
Oh, there's somebody's number. Oh yeah, there is.
Yeah, for a good time call. Oh no, does it say anything?
It should say for a good time, call Turbo Man.
Dude, that would have been genius.
That's
Or
great.
the other guy, Booster.
Booster! Nobody likes you, Booster.
Oh shit.
Oh man. Fucking lay into your dad like that? You fucking asshole.
Dude, my dad would beat the shit out of me if I did that. He'd be like, I'm coming home and I'm gonna beat your ass. And then my mom would help facilitate it. She'd be like, I'm gonna make sure your father remembers. And I'm like,
You're like, why are you brokering this deal against me?
yeah.
What did I do to you? Why are you planning for him? Don't plan.
It's like, oh, now you guys get along?
Oh my god. It's coming. It's coming. Oh, there he is. I love this. Also, by the way, the toy that Sinbad talks about in this scene is real. The OMA gun, the one-man army gun. I looked it up. It is
Wait, what?
absolutely a 100% real toy. They did not make it up.
Really?
It's a gun with 7 guns in one. You can find the commercial on YouTube. It looks
Yeah.
exactly the way you think it would. But
Is that from
pretty
the
cool.
Fifth Element?
No. It's pretty cool
What
though that
varieties
they were
lefties?
like, you know what? We could make up our own toy or fuck it. Like he's got Captain America muraled on the wall. Fuck it. We're gonna have a real fucking toy. We're gonna show Spawn toys and Ghost Rider. We're gonna have a real fucking toy.
But I think that's what makes this movie so believable when you get. I hate when you have to see generic stuff.
Yeah, or made
You know, it's just like beans.
if the products are too made up and they suck. Like Beans is kind of funny, but like if they try to make up a toy and it sucked, you'd be like, come on, man, it's a super soaker or whatever. Like, just say what it is.
Luge launcher. It's like that doesn't make any sense.
The Splooge-O-Matic 2000.
You can shoot people in the face. This is a kid's toy.
You can finish on his face. Finish him. Dude, this is the shot. Here it comes.
Oh, here it goes.
He's like, I know what I'm talking about, man. I never forgave my dad. Dude, he's talking about the OMA gun. Johnny 7 OMA gun. I know, I keep building up this moment, but it is so goddamn funny. He sees him as the kid. It's so funny, dude. Yeah,
You know, it'd be funny if that was the director's cut you're watching, and that scene doesn't exist. In
It doesn't exist. I made it up. Yeah, this exact commercial he reenacts is the commercial you can find on YouTube. Like Johnny
Oh,
the Peter,
shit.
Johnny the Peter. Like if you find it, I'll send you a link after. It's the exact same commercial. He's reciting the real commercial.
The guy that works at
The
the diner is
reaction
also
shot,
sad.
yeah. The diner guy is like, what the fuck is this? Dude, Sinbad is huge. Look at his shoulders. He's
He's
huge.
massive.
He looks like a football player. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, here it comes. That slight push.
See you, Dad.
He's also drinking booze.
Look, the face he makes when ugh. It's so good. That's the fucking best shot in the movie. I love that movie. Oh god, it's so
That's
good.
amazing. Holy shit.
Holy shit balls. That's my what is your favorite moment in this movie? Do you have a favorite moment?
God, that's a good one. For me, I think it has to be the mall scene when they're just trampling all those
Oh,
people.
that
There's
is a
something
fun
about
that whole sequence
I
is
just
fun.
love pandemonium, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, dude, another thing we always imitate in my house. Dasher Dane's a prince fix it, comet cupid, Donna Blitzen. That's how I remember the fucking reindeer. Every time I think about him reciting that little line. Yeah. He gets his hand smashed in the door.
Also, there was something he's always wearing those mitts too with the fold over. Jesus, they're assaulting each other. I love this.
It's great.
It is very, I think this is the most I feel as though this was the last great slapstick movie ever made.
I think I agree, dude. They don't make them like
Like
this,
they
man.
did it what right, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. The physical comedy, just the physicality of all the jokes. Look at that choking, dude. I love this.
By the way, the bomb part is one of my
Oh, it's
favorites.
great. That is
Actually.
great. The
I
real
love
is
also that this is when you get to see how big they are. They can't fit through the door.
yeah.
Every hit is a hockey check in this movie too.
It's
It's not like a
great.
gentle shove. By the way, Sinbad runs like Walter Matthau.
I love this
Watch.
gag where to keep
Look at
up
how he
with him,
runs.
he starts ditching packages so he's lighter, so he can be
But he
lighter.
still keeps the whole
Yeah, he
bag.
can, yeah. Dasher Dancer Prince Vixen Comet Cupid Donna Blitzen. I'm telling you, after you watch this movie, you're gonna be reciting that too.
My memory's so bad I probably won't. Sort of like the alphabet.
This is fucked too. When you show up and that fucking asshole on the radio is like, "Oh, I'm sorry, are you guys under the impression there's a Turbo Man here in the studio?" Like, yes, fuckface, because that's the way you sold it.
Like I got the answer.
Look at this. I love this
Also,
fucking breaking the
great
glass.
casting and costume design on that radio
yes.
guy with the ponytail.
This fucking weak ass ponytail.
Shatters. That's such an awesome.
Yeah.
I like how they're not self-aware that they're terrifying people.
Yeah. Their chaos is just spilling out into real life. This is great. The
This is
realization,
one of the best gags.
because you know that Sinbad has made this threat many times that he has a bomb in the mail, and like the fact that he's surprised that it actually is a bomb, that they went there again. A kids movie went there to be like, "Yep, there's a real bomb in the mail," and it blew people up.
Dude,
And
you
hurt
could
them.
not. This movie would get so censored today.
Oh, it'd get totally watered down.
Phil Hartman's character wouldn't even exist because
Nope.
he's a total creep.
Can't punch the reindeer either. Can't do that.
Oh my god, yeah.
He'd probably hug
Can't
it.
have a mail bomb.
Can't have a villain. You notice kids movies now don't even like to have villains in them anymore because that's problematic. Like you look at the
Is that
Frozen
why all the
movies.
recent Pixar movies are so boring?
Yeah, dude, there's no villains. Both Frozen movies, no villain. Inside Out, no villain. Encanto, no villain. They don't have villains anymore because it's like offensive. It's true. Think
Man.
about it. Look it up. There's no villains in the movies anymore for kids.
That's actually
Dumb.
I never even thought of that. Holy shit.
It's a weird conscious decision they've made. Like, and not enough people are noticing it, but they are doing it because they don't want anybody to be like hurt.
Do you
It's
miss
really the
old
shame.
Disney when they threw every villain off of a cliff or a
Fuck
waterfall?
yes.
They all fell to their death.
Fuck yes, dude. I
Even
love
in
a
the
good villain.
DuckTales movie. Oh,
That's right. Even in DuckTales. Fucking falling to your death.
I also like that they open it too. It's ticking and they open it.
Yep.
It's like you wouldn't open up a bomb. You would
Did you hear that? He said, "Don't
sickle
hit me. I
cell.
got sickle cell." Dude,
Sinbad's fucking
it's
awesome.
fucking
I
great.
get the feeling he ad-libbed a lot of his jokes in this.
100%. All the like Rodney King, that
Yeah.
stuff. Call Johnny Cochran. That's definitely Sinbad ad living for sure. I'm sorry, Mark. They call it Sinbad living, not ad living.
Do you see he tried to grab it and totally misses? And then a punch.
Yeah. It's so good. It's so good.
This movie is a promotion for physical violence.
It's physical violence solves all problems, is what this
Yeah,
movie will tell you.
and explosive packages too.
Oh, such a good payoff.
That is so. I love that the guy keeps coming back.
It's Christmas, and I was just delivering. Back up. Shit is so good. It's a homemade explosive device. Sinbad is great.
By the way, here's another reason why this movie is awesome too. Talking about how packed full of people it is. Look, even though it's just like it, they never do one or two cops. It's like 50 fucking
Yes.
cops.
Yes.
You notice that? Like everything's a raid in this.
Everything's a task force. They've got 12 guys at least in every scene. Even the radio station that
Actually-
had one DJ felt populated. There were people like
Yeah.
outside as he was going in.
By the way, I also like that they do give that one cop like a moment to have a longer scene.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
backstory of him being in the bomb squad. I love.
It's good. Here we go. Blows up cops too in this movie.
That's
I was on
okay,
the-
actually.
I was on the bomb squad for 10 years.
He reminds me of like a character from those Zucker and Abrams brothers movies.
Oh, yeah, dude. Totally.
It's
You
like
could-
they always have like the white-haired old guy.
Yeah, you could tell like he was kind of a leading man in his day in the
Yeah.
60s. Yeah.
Like Leslie Nielsen would totally.
I love that. This is a
When I
sick
first
world. We
saw
live
that,
in
I
a
didn't
sick
think
world.
that he was- Such a great reaction.
That guy talks shit. You heard him? How many years in the bomb squad? When they get all blown up at the radio station.
I also like that he's the only cop that blows up.
Yeah, everybody else is fine. They don't even have soot on them. They're totally fine.
And also, that is such a new. That's not a Minnesota. That's more of a New York thing. When I
Yeah,
was a
dude.
kid.
I don't think your car is getting put on cinder blocks in Minnesota.
Yeah. I love that though. When they bring the car back, but there's nothing in it. There's like,
That is good. That is good.
holy shit. Man, but at this point, it's crazy how much stuff he's gone through in this movie, and it's almost like it's just about halfway through. And
Yeah.
look at all the shit he went through. That when I rewatched this, I thought all this stuff happened toward the end, but this is just like the halfway point.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what it also does too? It makes you sympathize with him. Because he goes
Yeah.
through a gauntlet to get, like, he fucked up, but he goes through a gauntlet to make it right. So it makes him a hero. I also love this. He sees that that's what pisses him off, so he's going to go to Phil Hartman's house to fucking
By the
steal
way-
the toy from the kid.
Arnold, I guess, loves that shit in his more funny films because also in The Sixth Day, his clone is going after his wife. Yeah, for things going after his wife, and then he sleeps with the maid.
He's like, and this makes it okay. You see, because the clone, he likes my wife, and so I can go here, punch a guy, you know. If you've never listened to any of Arnold's film commentaries, find any of them. They're fucking great. They're exactly what you think.
He loves the scenes when he gets kicked in the balls. Oh, this is the scene where I get kicked in the balls. And then Verhoeven and Arnold, it's the greatest soundtrack you'll ever listen to.
There we go. Look, fucking Turbo Man wrapping paper. Art department
That's
had to make
crazy,
that too,
right?
Yes,
The amount of detail is insane.
and it's not cheap. It looks real. It
Yeah,
looks real. It
I would
doesn't look like
totally
a
buy
prop.
that shit.
Yeah, 100%, dude. You know, some fucking nerd site is like, they've got that. You can go and buy that
Oh
wrapping
yeah, for
paper.
sure. I'm gonna go look right after, motherfucker. I leave the middle of the
To
commentary to
go
find
find
Turbo
Turbo
Man.
Man wrapping paper. Here we go. All right, Arnold versus a reindeer. It goes about as well
Oh
as you
man,
think.
and also like the kicking of the head
Yeah.
into the carolers is
Oh,
so
it's
fucking
great.
good.
It's so good. I also
But
love
see
again
that
the
look, see how
physicality.
handsy Bill Hartman is? He's like grabbing around the waist, and
Yeah.
what a cool character detail. I can't do it now, but
To Johnny from
from
your loving father. What am I doing?
it is cool though that he has a conscience though.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like he loves his son so much, but at the same time he also has a conscience.
Dude, I forgot the reindeer has a Santa hat on.
Dude, I'm telling you, everything is Christmas themed. Even the Christmas themed things are Christmas
Here
themed.
we go. Oh shit. Oh shit. That
By
fucking
the way,
guy's
that puppet
fast.
head looks really fucking good, no?
Yeah, it looks great. Yeah, there we go. Three Kings head goes right into the fireplace.
This looks insane, no?
Yeah, dude, this looks great. Look at that shit. Physical props, man. Oh
Of
no.
course, this is of course what I would do the same thing. I totally burned down my neighbor's house by accident.
Here we go.
With
The
good,
head through
it's
the
like you have
window.
good intentions, but you
Look at
burn
that. He doesn't. He puts the fire out with a stocking. Everything is.
it. He's like beating
Dude.
it with a poly. That's gonna make things worse.
Christmas gets weaponized in this movie. Weaponized Christmas is what this movie
Dude,
is.
every scene has physical violence if there's a person or no person in it. But it's like I like that it's a comedy of errors. So it reminds me of those old Peter Sellers movies where it's just like this average guy and just bad shit happens to them.
Yes, I love it. The wife catches him.
And they always get caught.
Yep, most awkward possible time. That's Johnny's Turbo Man.
Dude, also, can you imagine being in a situation? You can't get around that.
No, dude, it's over. It's over
It's
for
like,
you.
what excuse do you have? You just fucked everything up.
You not only broke into our neighbor's house, you attempted to burn their house down and steal from their children. You say it out loud, it's so much worse.
I also like that he goes, but I can explain.
Yeah, he tries to explain. It's so good.
Like, how would you do that?
This is so good. It does so many things. Like, I'm just thinking about this from a script perspective. It's so smart. It's laying the groundwork to get Liz, the wife, on her own so that Phil Hartman can mack it to her and make a move. It gets Howard on his own at his low point, so he's got to do something big to help the kid. And it's going to set him up to get pissed and punch the reindeer in the face.
Yeah. But
It
the other
gives
thing, too,
you
is
all
that
this
it's like,
stuff.
it's also another setup to see that his wife really does love him because she has an opportunity to go with Phil Hartman and decides not to. So
Yeah,
here
that's
it goes.
great. There
Oh,
we
it's
go.
an uppercut. Oh, shit.
You picked the wrong day. But then he redeems himself and he gives the reindeer beer because he feels bad. He didn't do that for
By
the
the way,
horse and Conan.
that's a 90s thing when you could feed your animals
Yeah,
booze.
you can get them
Like, I
fucked
knew
up.
so many people that would give their dogs beer back in the day, and they were like, "Ah, look at this. The dog's gonna fucking go crazy." And the dog would just be like, "Whoa." Like fucking hit its head into a wall.
See, I love that. Hey Rudolph, can I buy you another round?
I do like that they get along.
It's sweet, yeah.
Also, dude, talk about detail. They have the fucking reindeer eye boogers.
Yeah. They spared no expense, dude. I love it. He takes a road beer with him. Fuck it.
Dude, by the way, do you think did he steal the beers from Phil Hartman?
He definitely stole them from Phil Hartman's fridge. Because Howitzer wouldn't drink that, dude. He would be drinking fucking. He'd be drinking
Some fucking MRE protein powder.
Yeah, dude. He would be drinking the fucking. I got this beer from the vitamin shop.
Protein beer.
And then I gotta say, dude, The piece de
This
resistance for the set and
they
art
put money
departments.
into this fucking thing.
They made a real parade, and it's not a shitty parade. Dude, I've been
Wait,
to
is
Disneyland many times. Disneyland, and they have parades. And let me tell you, the parades at Disneyland do not look as good as the fucking parade in this movie does.
dude, this I would go to this parade. I would not go to the Thanksgiving parade in New York City.
Yeah,
This looks
I would go to
way
this
better.
parade, the
Excuse me.
Wintertainment parade. Great casting
I
on these
also
two
love the
dipshits too.
announcers.
Yeah, the announcers. They're so fake, so good.
Gale Force.
Gale Force.
Oh my goodness. You're totally right though, Matt. When you played that or sent me that video, this parade looks
Yes.
exactly the same. Like even
Oh,
the way they
yes.
talk and the narration.
Good call. Wait, yeah, so we should remind people. So if you want to look it up, it's from the Macy's parade, 1987 or 88. They did a whole thing with He-Man, and they had a full-on float that is Castle Grayskull. And He-Man's out there fucking fighting Skeletor. He's fighting Beastman and shit, and they're in full costume, and they stop the whole parade because they have lines of dialogue. They're mic'd, so
And
the
music
audience can
cues,
watch it like a
too.
show. They totally took that as the inspiration for the Wintertainment Parade scene in this.
But it's like, see, that's how you get inspired to make cool shit.
100%, dude.
Like, I
It
mean,
looks so good.
I don't know, maybe it's because it's post-COVID, but it's crazy to me. Like, even his reverse shot, look at all these fucking people.
And look at all this IP, mixed IP, Sesame Street, Barbie,
Bert and
Sonic,
Ernie.
Ernie, Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, you can't do this today.
Dude, this movie would not happen. It would be all generic weird characters.
Look, Ninja Turtles, The Tick, and
The
Paddington Bear.
Tick. Dude, that how much money that would their whole budget would go to this scene.
Look, Gumby,
We
Cabbage
spent
Patch
$30
Kids.
million
Oh
on
shit!
licensing
There's the Rock'em Sock'em. And they
robots.
got the Rock'em Sock'ems. They were right there. Cat in the Hat.
Also, like, by the way, did you see though they had like the Christmas package and like the ball? It's like those are the generic ones, but they're all the way in the fucking back.
Yeah, dude. This is fucking great.
I like that this guy's in a Turbo Man probably because he touches children. Turbo Man's gonna beat me.
I heard
So I
Turbo
can
Man.
fondle me some children.
Okay, so here's the other amazing thing. Is that this is pre-Batman and Robin. This is pre-Mr. Freeze. So technically, this is Arnold's first superhero movie. Because he plays a
Really?
superhero at the end of the movie. He plays Turbo Man. So before Mr. Freeze, he was fucking Turbo Man. I actually think that's a very cool idea because think about it. At this time in 1996, yeah, there's Batman Forever and shit, but like, that's it. There are no other superhero movies in the space. So somebody had to think like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we created our own superhero? And somebody had to have the foresight to be like, Arnold is a superhero. We should put him in a costume. Like, that nobody thought about that yet. You know what I mean?
By the way, going back to what you said, did you notice that movies were so much better when there was very few comic book movies?
Yes! There was so much more original and fun.
Yeah.
There was actual content.
It's crazy, by the way. Look at like every shot is just packed.
Yeah, dude, it
Oh,
feels
here it is.
populated. Yeah, here we go. He's gonna get denied. I also love the.
Here's where
again,
he gets his creep on.
but it gets physical. She hits him with the fucking eggnog, and he's covered in the eggnog. It's a physical hit. Even the people who are not
Everyone
Arnold get into
gets hit.
fights. Yeah. Yeah,
That,
here
by
we
the
go.
way, what great blocking on this shot.
Yeah, that's really nice.
It's a good looking movie.
Oh, I love that. Oh shit. That's a shot right out of Kindergarten Cop. That slow push in where he's like, he's mad. You're like, he's gonna fucking kill.
Oh, no.
Oh shit! Oh, the coffee got in his eyes, dude. It got in his eyes.
Also, do you like that he's getting
His hands are
coffees with his
busted.
bundled hands?
I like that he got blown up only a few hours ago, and they still made him work the parade. The Minnesota PD doesn't give a fuck. They're like, you will be at the winter.
It's not clearly a lack of manpower.
No.
Look at this old dude.
That's great. The reactions are great in this. Like when people get hit or stunned.
Also, by the way, the way he transforms into the Turbo Man, like the way they set it up is fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's kick
It's
fucking
almost
ass,
it's like
dude.
an accidental superhero. Look, he goes through the door just like Superman goes in
Oh
through
yeah.
the telephone booth, but it's just a completely different. It's like now the everyday man is turning into a superhero. It's very cool.
I also love the cool like they build it up like you know that he's turning into Turbo Man, but they won't reveal the suit. Like you get it in shadow, tight silhouette, real close. They reveal him when he's on the truck. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. By the way, I love, don't you love how they do those like dramatic lighting changes,
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
like when he was back in the house trying to steal the package? And by the way,
Also, oh
Arnold
sorry,
is
go ahead.
ripped as fuck in this, even though they cover him up for a majority of the movie. He's
Oh
still
yeah,
fucking
he's still in
super in
Arnold
shape.
shape.
Yeah.
Dude, also love again super inappropriate jokes in this movie. Like when we meet the guy who plays Booster, who by the way is
Yeah,
played by
he's such...
Booger from Revenge of the Nerds. Booger is Booster, Booger Booster.
Oh, really?
When Booster sees him and he goes, "Where have you been?" He says, "I've been sweating like a dog in a Chinese restaurant." You fucking could not put that joke in a movie
And
today.
it's got Asian jokes, physical violence.
Yes,
He had
dude.
everything.
Everything. Jokes about people being burned alive.
Having minimal brain act. Dude, that scene is fucking hilarious when he describes what happens to the
Yeah.
previous guy.
Yeah. There we go. I've been sweating like a dog in a Chinese restaurant, waiting for your sorry ass to show up. And
As
later,
someone
by the
who's half
way,
Chinese, I approve of that joke.
I love it. I also love that everybody hates Booster, and we get to hear that later in a line I won't repeat, but I have to think at some point is going to be cut from Disney Plus if it's not already.
Oh, this is on. They left it on. They didn't edit this?
I want to say that either no one has noticed it yet, but I think it's got to be time. I think it's probably not going to be on there anymore. It's not going to be on there for very long.
Ah.
Here we go. The reveal of Turbo Man. Arnold as Turbo Man. Look at that fucking costume, too, dude. Looks so sick.
Oh, the guy, dude, the guitar solo. I don't know why that always makes me laugh. By the
This,
way, the suit looks better than the live action suit in the beginning, no?
yeah, yeah. They plussed it up. It's
It's like
glossier. It's got that shine on it.
it's sort of like when Batman goes from his shit suit to his like super nice one that has all the attachments.
It's his third act suit. Batman always starts the movie with a normal Batman suit, and then in the final
It's like
act, he gets like a
sweatpants with like
pimped out one.
rollerblades.
Yeah. It's got a stain on it and shit, but at the end, it's like his suit's gold and it's got accents and lights and shit. You're like, why didn't you just wear that the whole time? This is cool. I like that he like lightens up. It's really funny. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I
This is
love when he
definitely-
really gets into it and he starts posing.
Yeah.
But it also shows you that he's like actually outside of him being crushed by work, he's actually a really good, fun family dude,
Yeah.
which I like.
Yeah, they make him human. Like he's having fun.
Yeah.
That shit is awesome. This looks so good, man.
That slow-mo shot, ah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's actually quite moving, this scene. Good thing I watched it before because I would have been shedding a tear.
You would have been balling. Yeah, dude. This is that parade from 1987.
Dude, you're right. It's totally the exact. By the
It's
way,
the
that
exact one.
toy also looks fucking phenomenal.
Gross. How many Booster crotch shots are we gonna get? I keep seeing Booster's gold underwear right in close up. Jesus
Dude, it's like
Christ.
wedged right up into his balls. Like if he didn't have the hair there, you would see like two distinct balls on each side of the underwear.
He's been neutered. Booster's been neutered. Oh wow. Yeah! That's this moment right behind me. Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, yeah.
Dude, this
Oh, that's
parade
great.
is huge.
Look at that. They even made a cop float. There's a cop float, dude.
I like that guy made it on the float too after running into the back of a bus, getting blown up and burned with coffee.
I love it. It's so smart.
Another Christmas usage.
Yes, using the garland to fucking choke the guy out.
Yeah, that was the word for it. I didn't know what it was called. Thank you.
Oh, garland. I think it's called garland. Can you tell
That's so dumb.
Can you tell I just decorated my house so I know all the terms now? I like just decorated. Jamie, not Jamie. It's Chamey with a CH. Jamie. Yeah, you,
What
yeah.
if the other kid went and he beats up the other kid and throws him?
He fucking kicks the fucking other kid out of the way. He knows. That's a sweet moment. He knows my name.
Also, great delivery too.
Yeah, Jake Lloyd is. Here we go. Sinbad as Dementor.
Also, I love that all the suits work like they do in the show, but for real.
Yeah, but for
Like they
real.
cause physical harm too.
Come on. Look at that fucking dude. Look at this float with
And it
working
has
little miniature
moving
vehicles and
cars,
shit. Yeah.
and there's like confetti everywhere too.
Dude. Merry
Come on.
Christmas, Jamie. This is for you. That
And then
kid's.
Booster goes, "This is for you," and he shows the kid his wiener.
This is also for you.
Hey kid, I got something for you too.
Here we go. Dementor.
I also love that Sinbad knows how to use all this shit.
He knows how to use the grappling
Like,
gun.
this is his first time.
Wait, I love too. The people are booing him, and he starts to flip them off and shit.
He does
He's like,
the
yeah.
arm move. Yeah, I
Like,
love
fuck
it.
you, fuck
then-
you.
And they make a comment on that.
Yeah, they're like, was that in the script? That's right, Turtle Man. That's so funny.
Dude, I love the fluid that floats inside the helmet.
It looks so good, right?
They're totally into their characters. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's just great. I love that also too. You still have the band and the marching band and the audience just watching. Like they're there in the audience watching the scene unfold. Okay, this is it. When Booster hits the ground, the kids say, "We don't
I
like
love
you.
the
We hate you,
kids
Booster."
beating him up.
And one kid
Dude, even
screams
the
out
children-
something in the ADR that I won't repeat, but it was very indicative of a 90s movie. I'll just say that. It's an insult we can't say anymore. I'm sure Disney Plus will remove it by this point. There's no fucking way it's still on there. If you know, you know.
I'm gonna go check actually after. Doesn't it sound like it, right?
It does, yeah. It totally does. Just the lines and the way that they're reacting to stuff, it sounds exactly like that parade.
Yeah, like that fake delivery. Oh no!
Boom, boom, boom. Look at that shit. The fucking discs.
I like how he blocks them with his head.
Whoa! Yeah! The dancing.
Oh,
is so good.
that shot's amazing, by the way. The
So
Arnold
good.
crotch jiggle.
The crotch jiggle. Getting jiggle with it. Oh yeah, these guys are right out of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The Demon Team. Demon Team!
I love how they sound.
Yeah, yeah. They took the alpha robot from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and they turned him into a henchman, and that's the Demon Team. With all the colors.
By the way, none of these actors are pretend fighting either. Like they should know to pretend hit, but they're not. They're
No,
full
they're
on
really
punching
going.
Arnold in the face.
Yeah. Look at that Sinbad fucking pushes the present over, the person in the present
I
costume.
love how they all go over to look at him too.
Yeah, Arnold's beating the shit out of the Demon Team. He's fucking suplexing them and shit.
They're just knocking everyone out of the way. And people are cheering it.
It's part of the show.
Makes sense, not part of the show.
Yeah. It's fucking. Yeah, I'm scared of heights. You ever see the movie Vertigo?
Oh, by the way, bowling ball pin sound, my favorite.
Yeah, that's a good
I
sound
love
effect for
that.
90s fights in 90s comedies.
It's a classic.
Here we go, dude. Again, one of my other favorite things in movies, a jetpack. And he fucking uses it. We get to see him flying around. Like, the movie didn't have to do that.
This movie delivers, by the
It
way.
delivers.
Like,
and
it
then
sets
some.
everything up and delivers it.
Yes. And it's like, fuck it. He's got that pack on. He's going to fly around. I don't care. He's
And
gonna
all that
do
like,
it.
fly, Cobra Man, goes your jetpack.
Yeah. Ah, it's turbo time. The reaction from Booster is good. Like even this is a CG effect, right? Him flying around, some of
Yeah,
it
I
is,
think
but it
so.
still looks good. Like those shots where he's gonna be buzzing around the buildings actually look really good to
Dude,
me.
they look like Michael Bay level
Like
effects.
that looks great. That trail,
And
boom, that
there's like a
reflection,
reflection looks
that looks
real.
awesome. That looks great. Dude,
This
it
stuff looks
still holds
super
up.
good.
Yes. Dude, Brian Levant.
Did you
Fucking
see that he goes behind the building and then
yes.
to the foreground? Genius.
Like it
That's the
seems
one that looked a bit
commonplace
weird,
today
but
for superhero movies, but like in 1996 when nobody was thinking about that, pretty fucking
dude,
crazy that,
flying
that you have to
during that time looked like
visualize that.
shit.
Yeah.
Man, that guy in the box is just getting targeted left and
Yeah,
right.
that guy's getting slammed. I do like when he gets wrapped up in this banner and he fucking it spins him around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, Spielberg was even influenced by this movie because Minority Report has the same exact scene with a jetpack when they fly into the people's
Oh
house
shit.
eating.
Yes.
That's how influential this movie is. Neil deGrasse Tyson having dinner.
And then I love this head hit. Boing, 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 boing. It's so great. You gotta have one boy yo 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 yoing in your 90s movie too, or it's not a 90s movie.
That and nut shots. Those are the two.
Yep. Oh,
Man, that guy must be in so much pain the next morning.
dude. Brilliantly
That
cut.
looks so fucking
It looks
good.
so real.
Nothing, yeah, nothing has that like green screen look to it.
It's also really smart too now that I'm thinking about it because Sinbad is the villain of the movie, but he still has a needy kid. So if he doesn't get anything, that kid's not going to have a Christmas. And the movie perfectly sets it up to be like, that kid is still going to have a good Christmas. He's going to get the thing he wants because Jamie gets, they both get Turbo Man. Everybody gets what they want. Like, no kid gets
Yeah.
left behind. It's actually really smart.
And it's all about like that Christmas giving spirit too. It's really
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
Like his kid is he knows enough to give away the turbo. It's like it's very sweet. It's a very good-hearted film, which is why I like it so much.
Yeah, man. It's got, there's a lot. Dude, look at that. They're on him. Look at that. 16 cops. 16 extras in one shot. Yeah.
That
Boom.
looked good when he was taking off. Did you see how
Yeah,
amazing that looks?
that looked great. You think his mom is like freaking the fuck out right now?
He's like, I'm a fuck Turbo Man. Oh wait,
Well,
she
she
doesn't know
does.
yet. Never mind.
She gets, well, when she finds out later, she's like, Howard, because she looks at him in the
Yeah,
suit.
but you know that's actually good because maybe Turbo Man is because he finished as fast.
They're gonna say,
Howard,
they're gonna
5
sexualize Turbo
seconds.
Man.
Booster fucks though.
Dude, Booster fucks. What else is he gonna do? He's gotta fuck. Booster got a lot of time to rub up and down inappropriately on places. This reveal is so good. This is like a genuinely touching moment when he reveals who he is.
Yeah, and his delivery is so goddamn good.
Yeah.
I also like that they can't fucking recognize their own father and husband.
Or his own Austrian accent. They're like,
Yeah,
why does
it's like
Turbo Man have this accent? You sound like my dad.
there's two Austrian people in this town.
In Minnesota has more than one Austrian person? Wait a minute. Dad! Your dad is not mad at you.
I made a series of accidents that brought me to this place so I could look like a good father.
My dad?
Also, he doesn't get helmet hair, which is kind of crazy.
See, there it is. Howard. She looks at his crotch.
Yeah, I know. That's
Dude. And right there, he could have lied too. He could have been like, "I know I was neglecting you, but I was in rehearsals for my Turbo Man
It's
performance.
because I was Trouble
I
Man.
was secretly Turbo Man."
Dad, you smell like barf.
Oh, I could use a man like you on the force. That's so good.
Oh, I love that. And his big smile too.
Dude, look at that extra behind. He looks like fucking Bo Rat. You see that Arnold? That
The
extra
big
behind Arnold?
mustache dude.
Yes. Every time I see that guy, I'm like, is that Bo Rat? Look at that
Yeah,
guy.
he looks- or it's Daniel Day-Lewis in fucking There Will Be
Gangs of New
Blood.
York.
Oh, yeah, Gangs of New York. Gangs of New York.
See, oh, I love this moment. This is, dude, this is the best. This is what Christmas movies do, man. They show you
Yeah.
the best of humanity, and the kid fucking gives his toy away. But I went through so much bullshit for that fucking toy.
He beats him up and takes it back. Oh, son.
Let me tell you, my dad would never dress up in a fucking superhero costume to do jack shit. Would your dad dress up as Turbo Man?
Dude, my dad hated Christmas.
Like,
weren't allowed to
my
celebrate.
dad doesn't even put pants on.
He's like, you will watch me in my underwear with no presents.
I'm in my Christmas underwear.
But those are the ones with skin marks.
That's from my jetpack, Turbo Man. Burns the hiney.
Oh, he leaves his family again. That's
Yeah.
great.
Instantly
Oh,
abandons
no.
them. See you later.
He's done in
Bye.
jail and he's like,
Okay, so the credits are
there is a
rolling.
post-credit
There's
scene.
a post-credit scene, and it sets up what I think could have been an amazing sequel. And I'll just tell everybody about it now, in case you've never seen it. His wife, it's him and his wife. It's the exact same setup in the bedroom as the beginning shot of the movie.
They're fucking.
They've just got done. The Turbo Man suit is on the floor
He
post
did
coitus,
5 seconds.
and she's like, "Wow, Howard, if you went through all this for the kid to get him the Turbo Man, I can't wait to see what you got me." And then they do that zoom in shot on Arnold with the lighting change, and you're like, "Oh, he's fucked. He forgot to get her a gift."
You know what the crazy thing is? They could actually still make that movie.
They totally could. I always thought that would be a great. Like, I'm like, the setup for the sequel is right there. He's got to get the wife a gift. Like, you
I
could
would have
even do
loved.
it.
I was actually hoping to see that. It's a shame it
Yeah.
didn't do as well.
That would have been
It
amazing.
did get a sequel, but it was a piece of shit.
It's a
Apparently,
piece of
right?
shit. I think that stars Larry the Cable Guy. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
man,
The
it's
fucking
just going to be
hick guy.
fart jokes.
It's like it's even worse than you think, dude.
Oh, you've seen it?
No, I tried to watch it one year. I was like, oh, let me just see, because I like crap. Oh, it was so bad I had to turn it off.
Man, that's sad to
I
hear.
also don't like those, like the Southern Kings of Comedy, whoever those guys are.
Oh yeah, blue collar comedy.
Blue
tour or
collar,
something?
that's it. Blue collar comedy tour.
It's like
I
that's
won't
not fucking
stand for
funny.
that.
That's not like some guy duct taping his door is funny.
I won't stand for the trailer exploitation. Yeah, they fucking gave it to Larry the Cable Guy of all people. Why wouldn't you just give the sequel to Sinbad? He was probably not doing
I know.
anything. If you couldn't get Arnold back, just put Sinbad in his own Jingle All the Way
Wait.
adventure.
Did this movie like kill both their careers?
It definitely didn't kill Arnold's because he got Mr. Freeze after this. Batman killed his career. That killed him. But Sinbad, I think, kind of like vanished. Oh yeah, actually, you know what? This might have been the end for Sinbad. I actually
Damn,
think you
it's
might
a
be
good
right
movie
on
to
that.
go out on though.
Yeah, dude. He's had some good ones, man. Sinbad did have some good fucking movies.
I think I'm gonna check out those other two you mentioned just because it's like
Oh yeah,
I
dude.
would like some non-bleak entertainment.
First Kid is good, and House Guest, I believe. Not to be confused with House Sitter. We were very into movies with people staying at people's houses in the '90s. House Party,
Yeah.
House Sitter. I believe he's in House
People could
Guest.
afford houses.
Relevant and topical. Dude, this was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, that by the way, it's crazy how fast this movie moves.
Yes.
Like I can't believe we finished. It felt like we just started and it was like 15 minutes and now
Doesn't
it's
it feel
over.
like it flew by in like 15
Yeah.
minutes?
Just like TYURRRBO, man.
Just like a turbo, it went on turbo. I gotta get the recipe from Liz. Um, Mark,
This
as the
movie made
credits
me want to
are,
make cookies. Oh, sorry.
oh, sorry, as the credits are rolling, any final thoughts on Jingle All the Way?
Well, I think it's the greatest Christmas film ever made, and I'm glad everyone stuck around to watch it. And
Fuck
I
yeah.
hope you watch it without the commentary too, because it's a movie that actually I don't
Oh
think you can
yeah.
really spoil it because it's just such a fun, good-natured movie. You can just watch it over and over again. How about you? What are your thoughts on it after seeing it again?
I mean, this is a classic for me. It's one that I spin every year. It's one of my favorite Arnold movies. And it's actually kind of fun just because it's like, we only have one Arnold Christmas movie and this is it. So,
That's crazy.
it's kind of cool. Like if you're on a big action kick or you're like, hey, it's the holidays, but like I'm tired of watching The Grinch or I'm tired of watching Frosty the Snowman. It's like you have an Arnold movie that's just sitting there waiting and it's the most Christmassy fucking movie that you could find.
Yeah,
Um,
and they got K and B effects in there. Holy shit.
yeah, man, real practical shit. Great cast, really fun concept, kick-ass sequences, and in spite of Big No being in the movie, it's a fucking blast. It's a fucking blast.
But
It
notice
not
it's not like a depressing there's no moment where you're like, I feel down. Maybe there's like
no,
a couple
yeah,
moments where the character's like, I fucked up, but it's two
those are
seconds and then you're
emotional. Yeah,
back to
yeah,
fun. Yeah.
totally. Yeah, man. I think I think it's like it's a holiday must for sure.
Oh
At
yeah.
least for me, it's become part of my regular holiday rotation. But like, I'm not even gonna lie, dude. I could probably throw this on in September and not have it be an issue at all.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
it's just so fun. It's just a fun movie. It's like, those movies like you love, but you've seen them now 10 times, and you're like, okay, some of the magic's gone. I've gone back to the well too much. This is one of those movies that like it doesn't matter how many times I watch it. I enjoy it the same every single time. Every time.
I second that. That's so true.
Yeah.
Because it's
Um.
just like it's a movie that just wants to have fun with the audience. And it's like, I don't know. I think it also delivers on the Christmas spirit too. So what a great
Fuck
combination.
yeah, dude. It's just awesome. It's also unique. Like you look at all the other Christmas movies, there isn't another movie that's like, hey, this is a toy movie. It's a movie being driven about trying to get the gift, trying to get the toy. Like this is to me, I think we've had many like family or girl centered Christmas movies. This is a boy Christmas movie. It's like it's got all the boy stuff in it. If you want just like fun, beat 'em up, rock 'em, sock 'em, this is it. This is
It's
your
definitely
movie.
it's I feel yeah, it's definitely you're right. It's definitely from the dad's perspective too of just like the pandemonium of trying to find a
Yeah.
gift last minute
Cause even the
while
and
balancing work and family time.
I love the Santa Claus with Tim Allen, but even that feels like a much more family centered. And that movie does get kind of sad, like once he can't see the kid and the court steps in. But like it does sap the fun a little bit out of that movie. But like this is just nonstop
Yeah,
fun throughout.
courtroom drama.
Yeah, nothing says Christmas like family court.
Look, there's a song called Backdoor Santa.
Yeah, that's what
Do
plays
you
in
think
the warehouse. They call me Backdoor Santa. That's what they call Turbo Man, Backdoor Santa. You know what I mean?
that's what he's going to be doing with Liz later on?
Oh, they're jingling all the way now. God, I miss 20th Century Fox, don't you?
Yeah, they made some great goddamn
They
movies.
did make some
Yeah,
great goddamn movies. Thank you, Brian Levant, for making this movie.
yes.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Arnold. Thank you, Sinbad. Thank you,
Especially Sinbad.
thank you, art department. Thank you, set design. Dude, somebody's got all the Turbo Man products and shit that they
I
made
gotta
from
find
the
that out
movie.
actually. That would be dope. Can you imagine owning the Turbo Man suit
Oh, I'm gonna call one
or
eight hundred
booster?
phone THX and complain about the
Oh shit,
sound.
we should have done that.
Hey man, it didn't sound like no THX.
Dude, movie way ahead of its time, superhero movie with a post-credit scene
Yeah,
that
man.
sets up another one. I also like that they saved the star for him to put up too.
Oh shit, I thought they were in bed. I always fuck that up. They're decorating the tree.
That would be really weird because the kid's there. He's totally gonna get scarred.
I can't wait to see what
Damn,
you
her
got
hair
me.
is huge.
Here we go. Set up that Arnold push in. Oh shit. No. The timing on that is
Oh,
great.
that is
Fucking
amazing.
perfect.
I
Fucking
hope that in the
perfect.
other like scenes you see, like there's nothing for his wife.
So
He actually
anyway,
got her
you know
nothing.
it cuts to him back in the dining car, and he's like, anyway, so even after I went through all that, I got a divorce because she divorced me because I did not get her a gift. And they're like, fuck, dude, really? After all that?
He admires. That would be the today's version would be this would be like a really it would be like John Wick. He's killing everyone.
In his Turbo Man outfit, he's really like maxed the weapon so when he shoots discs, they can cut people's heads off and shit. He's
Yeah, but
beheading
it's really
guys.
gritty.
He could do a thing where he like grabs the guy's head and puts it into the jet stream of the jetpack and it burns the guy's face off. Ah, he holds his ass,
You just see
pulls
the
it down.
skin melting and flying
Yep,
away.
like a melting guy.
And of course they'll have that like the really you know how they always do like those really moody versions of old songs. So it'll
Oh
be like a
yeah.
Christmas song
Oh
but done
yeah.
by some like really bleak band that I can't think of.
Yep. Yeah, dude, and it would be for Backdoor Santa. They call me Backdoor Santa, and you see someone's back door open. Beep 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 beep. The house alarm's going off. You're like, who's there? And they cut to the little kid. It's like maybe it's Santa. And then it cuts, and there's this giant silhouette of a muscular shape moving through the house. And you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, shot over the shoulders in
Yeah.
the back down the
Yeah.
hallways.
Dad, it's. And then you cut to Arnold, and he goes, Turbo time. And then he annihilates everything.
He has no pupils, it's just white
It's just
eyes.
white glowing eyes like anime, like Super Saiyan mode. Ah! He's like,
Oh my god.
those of
That
you
would
who
be
do not
amazing.
die, you will be fed to my reindeer. It's the reindeer that he got drunk. Now they're in cahoots. That's his
And the
sidekick.
reindeer has like shotgun bandoliers.
Yeah. The reindeer's totally juiced. It's like the apes in Gladiator 2. It's like, it's like snarling. It's fucking ready to kill. He's on
Just like
chains.
drool coming out
Yeah.
like sharp teeth.
He doesn't play any reindeer games. He will fucking kill you. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this, Turbo Man? And he goes, you can always count on me. He steps on the
Werner
guy.
Herzog is like the villain.
Yeah, he plays like
You
the
want
creator
Turbo Man,
of
you
Turbo
have
Man.
to chew off your fingers.
Yeah, he's like a toy magnate. I have the last Turbo Man in all of existence. How far are you willing to debase your humanity for it? I want to see you cry in pain.
Holy shit. Dude, that'd be crazy if they make that.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be amazing. It's like 235 to 1. It's like super widescreen.
Outside of Werner Herzog's office, you see Booster, but then the camera slowly comes back and you see Booster's head is on a pike.
Nobody likes Booster.
It was a real tragedy. Nobody liked him. It's just dripping blood. Oozing out.
Just held and like floating over his neck.
Yeah. Later on, you see he's turned him into like a bearskin rug, but it's Booster in his office. You can step on him, step over him. How do you like the rug? I had it made special for you.
Oh, my face hurts. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Holy shit. The demon team are like actual gang members. They're like the gang in Black Rain. They got katanas and
Or the
motorbikes.
Warriors.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like the
But they
Warriors.
have the stupid helmets.
They
but
still have
they're,
the
like,
helmets in all the
juiced and they're,
colors.
like super vascular.
There's like an orange one, a pink one, a blue one.
They have somehow, they always have like chains, like my belt is a chain.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Everything's a
just wearing a
chain.
chain over my
Yeah.
shoulders.
Howard, come out to play.
Clink,
Clink,
clink.
clink, 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 clink. The things they're
You
hitting are
pitch
little
this.
little jingle bells. That's what they're
Oh,
clinking
yeah.
together.
They have like the reindeer, those cheesy reindeer antlers, like the
Yeah,
foam
yeah,
ones.
yeah. They've got the Christmas lights on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh my
Well,
God.
there's your sequel. Fuck the Larry the Cable Guy version. That's the
Yeah, that one
version they should
sucks,
have.
probably.
Yeah, dude. Let's
I'd
make
watch
the
our
real
version.
jingle. If movies can come out and ignore all the sequels, we can make a real Jingle All the Way 2 that ignores the other part 2 that they made. We can make the
Yeah.
real one.
Hey, if Gladiator can have a sequel, so can this movie.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes, dude. I agree. I agree.
Denzel Washington plays Myron now, but
Yes,
it's like his.
yes. That's what you do. That's what you do. You get Denzel Washington's son to play the grown-up version of
Oh
Myron's
yeah.
son from the first movie, who grew
Oh
up and he got
shit.
the toy, and you're like, oh shit, and he's like, how's your dad? And you see a picture of Sinbad, the mailman, on his desk. And you're like, oh my god!
In
That's
the
your
photo,
dad?
he's drinking booze.
He's drinking booze. Even in the family photo, he's in the mailman getup. They went to
Yeah, with
Sears
the
and took the
bag.
family portrait. He's still in the mailman shit with the bag. Why is he in that still? Jeez. Holy shit, that would be awesome. Dude, we got a sequel. We got a pitch.
Now I want to see this fucking movie.
I wish I could watch this tonight.
That would be amazing, dude. With AI, one of these days, you
We
just
could
type
make
all
this,
that
yeah.
shit in.
Put all this shit into
It'll
the chat
shit out a
GPT. It'll
movie for
make
you.
it. Here's your Jingle All the Way too. Well, for those of you still listening, thank you for tuning in to our Jingle All the
Oh,
Way
goodness.
movie commentary. Happy holidays, folks.
Happy holidays, everybody. That was super fun, Matt.
That was
Yeah.
fun.